Hello guys, today I want to discuss about dehydration. If you love my video, then you must subscribe my channel to get my new topics video every day. What is dehydration? It is defined as the excessive loss of body fluids. There are three types of dehydration: hypotonic or hyponatremic. It is primarily a loss of electrolytes, sodium in particular. Second on hypertonic or hypernatremic. It is primarily loss of water. Third on isotonic or isonatremic. It is equal loss of water and electrolytes. Now I want to tell about hypovolemic. Hypovolemic is specifically a decrease in volume of blood plasma. It defines water deficiency only in terms of volume rather than specifically water. Cause of dehydration. Dehydration occurs for simple reason. You don't drink enough because you are sick or busy, or because you lack access to safe drinking water then you are traveling, hiking or camping. Other dehydration causes include diarrhea, vomiting. It is severe acute diarrhea and violently can cause the tremendous loss of water and electrolytes in short amount of time. If you have vomiting along with diarrhea, you lose even more fluids and minerals. Other cause of fever. In general, the higher your fever, the more dehydrated you may become. The problem worsens if you have a fever in addition to diarrhea and vomiting. Next cause is excessive sweating. You lose water when you sweat. If you do vigorous activity and don't replace fluids as you go along, you can become dehydrated. Hot, humid weather increase the amount you sweat and the amount of fluid you lose. Next is increased urination. This may be due to undiagnosed or uncontrolled diabetes. Now I am telling symptom of dehydration. Symptom for adult or young child: dry mouth and tongue, no tears when crying, no wet diapers for 3 hours, sunken eyes 6, sunken soft spot on top of skull, listlessness or irritability. For adult, extreme thirst, less frequent urination, dark colored urine, fatigue, dizziness, confusion. 8. Risk factor for dehydration. Anyone can become dehydrated, but certain people are a greater risk. Infant and children, the most likely group to experience severe diarrhea and vomiting. Infants and children are especially vulnerable to dehydration, having a higher surface area to volume area. They also lose a higher proportion of their fluids from a high fever or burns. Young children often cannot tell you that they are thirsty, nor can they get a drink for themselves. Older adult, as your body's fluid reserve become smaller, your ability to conserve water is reduced and your thirst sense become less acute. These problems are compounded by chronic illness such as diabetes and dementia, and by the use of certain medication. Older adults also may have mobility problems that limit their ability to obtain water for themselves. Next risk factor, people with chronic illness. Having uncontrolled or untreated diabetes puts you at high risk of dehydration. Now I am telling about complication of dehydration. Dehydration can lead to serious complication including heat injury. If you don't drink enough fluids when you are exercising vigorously and perspiring heavily, you may end up with a heat injury ranging in severity from mild heat cramps to heat exhaustion or potentially life-threatening heat stroke. Next on urinary and kidney problem. Prolonged or repeat bouts of dehydration can cause urinary tract infection, kidney stones, and even kidney failure. Next is seizure. Electrolytes such as potassium and sodium help carry electrical signal from cell to cell. If your electrolytes are out of balance, the normal electrical message can become mixed up, which can lead to involuntary muscle contraction and sometimes to loss of consciousness. Prevention of dehydration. People may need to take in more fluids if they are exercising conditions such as vomiting or diarrhea. If your child is vomiting or has diarrhea, start giving extra water or an oral rehydration solution at the first sign of illness. Don't wait until dehydration occurs. Strenuous exercise. In general, it's best to start hydrating the day before strenuous exercise. Producing lots of clear, dilute urine is a good indication that you are well hydrated. During the activity, replenish fluid at regular intervals and continue drinking water or other fluids after you are finished. Hot or cold weather. You need to drink additional water in hot or humid weather to help lower your body temperature and to replace that you lost through sweating. Diagnosis of dehydration. We can do blood test. Blood samples may be used to check for a number of factors such as the levels of your electrolytes, especially sodium and potassium, and how well your kidneys are working. Next, we can do urinalysis. Test done on your urine can help show whether you are dehydrated and to what degree. They also can check for sign of the bladder infection. Diagnosis tests include blood chemistries to check the electrolytes, especially sodium and potassium, and bicarbonate levels. Blood urea nitrogen or BUN. Complete blood count CBC. Creatinine. Urine specific gravity. Self treatment. Drinking water, oral rehydration solution or ORS, or sports drinking to replace lost fluids may help prevent dehydration. Finding a place to cool down may also help. Seeking medical care. See a doctor immediately if you become dizzy or confused, feel extreme thirst, don't urinate much or often, shed no tear when you cry, are tired or exhausted. Make an appointment to see a doctor if you cannot keep fluid down, develop severe diarrhea or vomiting, have an infant whose nappy is not wet after 3 hours. Thank you for watching my video.